We are going to let that rock, let it play. You see it. We're going to keep it up there. We are live. One more time. Post-game live is live in full effect. Speak on the podcast. I'm your host, Big Mike, here after Game 7 NBA Finals. You see the scroll if you're watching us on YouTube. Thunder victorious, 103-91. They win the championship in 7. And there's a lot to unpack with this Game 7. Finals MVP, SGA. A lot to talk about. Got a full house forever, however long that lasts. So we're going to get right to it with the intros. We know I can't do it alone. Matt producer, Podcast Poppy, is here in full effect in the building.
We made it.
We are here. Heat wave. It doesn't matter.
It's hot.
It's hot. Had to turn my AC on. Running that electric bill, but you know what? It's got to be about 90 degrees in here. Got to do it. Anthony is here in the building, right on time. Talking about sneaking in the club, boy. Literally, yesterday the intro music was running. Anthony came running in here. But we'll take it. We're here. Full house. Like I said, no 3-man weave tonight. Full house, 4-man. I don't think there's like a 4-man thing, but full house. Breezy is also here in the building. You're muted if you I don't know if you're talking, you're muted.
I am not talking.
Cool. So Game 7 is one in the books. Thunder win, like I said, 103-91 in a pretty good game. I would say it was a good game. Felt like it was over in the third quarter.
And then it wasn't.
Then it wasn't, because the Pacers, true to form, did not quit, did not give up. To the point that there was a point in the fourth quarter where me and Dylan were, I told you, I was like, this game's not over. This game's not over yet. And Pacers fought until the end. But in the end, Thunder win just too much. It was too much. SGA playing out of his mind tonight. That was a MVP superstar performance for sure. But you cannot talk about this game without talking about what happened in the first 7 minutes. It will be the narrative in Indiana for years to come. And it's going to be a great what if. We'll never know. Tyrese Halliburton went down. I mean, we're all trying to, be nice and not wish it upon. We all know what happened. We all know what happened. We all saw it. Achilles injury went down. He seemed to know it. We all knew it. I sucked the air out of the building. Very, very similar to the Knicks Celtics, because when Tatum went down, the air came out of the Garden for a minute too. It's the same thing. And just he was hot. He was hot early too. The running joke me and Dylan have about him making his first shot rang true. I even said it in chat when he made his first shot. It was like, uh-oh. He made the first one. You know what that means. He finished with 9 points, 3 of 5, 3 for 4 from 3. I don't even remember him missing a shot. But
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even remember him missing 2 shots, but he went 3 for 4, 9 points, and then that was it.
He was cooking.
He was cooking. I think he hit like a 30-footer.
Yeah.
Swished it too. So, like I said, I don't know how this game would have went. I don't know, because SGA was out of his mind tonight. But Halliburton getting injured is very. Hate to see him go out like that.
If Halliburton doesn't get injured, I don't know if you get the Benedict Mathurin 24.
True. Or you might have, because he was just chucking.
He was chucking because he had it. He was chucking because he had it. So I don't know, but that sucks for Tyrese. He's out all of next year.
All of next season. Next year is done. Next season is over. Credit to the Pacers. They did not fold. They not only did they not fold, they I thought Mike Green made a good point. I felt like OKC kind of was like, oh, it's different now. Like they didn't know if they should go for the kill or not. And Indiana was like, no, we still gonna try and win this. And to their credit, the Pacers were winning at halftime. I didn't feel like the Pacers were gonna win at halftime. It didn't. They were winning, but it felt like everything was hard for them. Nothing. They were just. It just didn't. I didn't like the energy. I thought SGA was just playing a little too good, and Caruso was also playing good already in the first half. So I didn't like the way it felt for Indiana. And the third quarter, J-Dub got it cooking, and Caruso started going, and and shout out to Carson Wallace too, because he had some big minutes.
Chet Holmgren had a really good defensive game today.
Chet had a good game. Today. They needed that good game for the final.
Lou Dort hit his insanely sky-high threes that he always hits.
Yeah.
I feel like he tosses it to the fucking ceiling and they just drop. Like, it's so crazy.
Shout out to Lou Dort.
I thought the Thunder adjusted. I thought it took them a while because let me tell you how TJ McConnell almost became legend. Game 7 TJ almost was up there with Game 7 with Hoodie Mello. we almost got a new legend born because just when they was about to get blown out and ran out the building, TJ McConnell said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, it was,
I don't know.
Nasty work.
I don't know how you guys felt watching it, but I was watching like, ain't no way TJ McConnell about to do this. Ain't no way.
I was thinking the same thing.
Ain't no way I'm watching this in real time that he can't be stopped.
But the problem was no one else was doing shit. So they were able to just kind of like, they were able to zero in on him, and then he became ineffective, like the fourth quarter and whatnot.
Or either
Pascal Siakam disappeared.
Yeah, I wanted to look at Siakam's stats because I know he
Siakam 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 from 13 from the field.
That's
how many fourth quarter points did he have?
Oh, that I don't know.
I'll tell you right now. That's not good enough. He went 1 for 3, 1 for 4 in the fourth quarter.
So he had 2 points?
And he had a rough fourth quarter. I'm looking at the play. I'm looking at the play-for-play for the fourth quarter. He made a 19-foot jump shot at the 7:29 mark to cut it to 20, and he made a free throw, and that was it. Yeah, I'm looking at this fourth quarter play-by-play. and all I see is Matthew's name everywhere. Everywhere. He was like, it ain't gonna be because of me. I'm gonna empty the clip. I'm gonna empty the clip. I wouldn't say hands down.
Didn't see it tonight.
But once Hallie got hurt, Siakam needed to bring him home, and he couldn't.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he needed to take pressure off McConnell, and he didn't do that.
McConnell gave you everything you could ask a role player to do. Everything. Siakam's making how much money? Oh, El Gato.
Is it $30 million?
El Gato, come on, El Gato.
I think it's like 30. I think he signed for like 5 years, like 180 something million.
You gotta bring this one home, or at least go down on your shield.
Ball doesn't move. He was moving the ball. They weren't hitting shots.
$45 million a year. Next year, $48.9 million.
That's not going to cut it.
And the year after
He's
that,
have to give you 48.9 points.
I don't know, but what the fuck was Roz talking about with? If Siakam pulls us out, we need to have a conversation about Siakam's legacy. What are we saying?
Because like are we saying
Hall
of Famer now?
Here.
Like I don't.
What legacy do we have to sit here and talk about with Pascal Siakam if he wins another ring? Is he an all-time great now? No. What are we doing?
But I mean, that's what happens if you just live in stats. You don't.
Like, what are we doing here?
He'll have 2 titles with 2 teams, and he was the number 2 option on both teams. So, Hall of Fame, legacy player.
Legacy. Get the fuck out of here.
It's so tough because I know that the Halliburton injury affected them, but Obi Toppin, terrible game.
No, after having a good series.
Terrible game.
Yep.
He had no points. He was 0 for 3.
No
0 for
points.
3, 0
That's
4.
unacceptable.
He had 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers. And Carlisle
just did nothing.
He got benched, and Carlisle benched him.
Yep.
Miles Turner only played 24 minutes. My dad was screaming, "Why isn't Miles Turner playing?" Because they're getting killed on the board.
Yeah, he's going to help that out.
I mean, they got to do something.
The 7-foot phenom who can't get rebounds.
How's he a phenom?
Being sarcastic.
I was going to say, he's not a phenom.
I do think the Thunder.
Oh, God.
I know the Thunder was here. I knew that was a joke.
Ross talking about let's sign Miles Turner. Y'all can have that motherfucker. Shit. Throw the bag on Miles Turner. See what it's going to do for y'all. Jesus Christ.
Listen, hearing Roz yell and scream about Miles Turner could be a new pastime of mine if that happens.
Roz said that Miles Turner was going to be the key for the Knicks series. He's like, "Oh, keep Miles Turner under 20 points. Like that's
easy.
He doesn't score 20 points.
If he scores 20, we got a problem."
Yes. That's why I'm like, I didn't even want to engage him. I was like, he's the guy we're worried about.
It just,
I'm missing something if that's the case.
The fact that Mitchell Robinson had him in hell is just nonsense. Can we talk? So Siakam didn't have a good game. Who'd you say, Nembhard?
Nembhard
Nembhard really.
10.
15 points, 4 of 10, 2 of 3. He had 6 assists.
Yeah, he had a solid game.
Yeah,
Neesmith did nothing.
Yeah.
But his usual retarded fouls.
He's a foul trouble guy.
Yeah, Miles Turner, Obi didn't do nothing. And that's it. Nobody else really,
TJ McConnell and Nembhard had a solid game, and that was it.
And Ben Mathurin. Again, but we don't know what Benedict Mathurin does if if Halliburton doesn't tear his Achilles.
Because he's not going to – I mean, he's going to play, though.
Yeah.
Again, the factor is Obi Toppin. You can't win this game if he doesn't score a single point. You need at least 15 from Toppin, especially with Halliburton going down.
Yeah, Obi having a bad game definitely hurt them.
And then Siakam, I don't care if he had 16. Like, this is not a good Siakam game, just for the type of role that he was supposed to have when Halliburton went down. He was supposed to step up and give you like 25, 26 today.
Not your good number one option.
So that that's their. Yeah, I saw this being talked about. We can talk about it. We can talk about it in the Uncle's chat, Dylan. Fiery debate broke out whether or not Neesmith is a good defender or a bad defender.
Oh boy,
where did this go? He's a dumbass.
Because he fouls out every game, which is true. So is he a good physical defender or is he a hacker?
I think it all depends on
with a lot of stuff.
No, he's not a good physical defender. Lou Dort is a really good physical defender. Neesmith is not. He's just stupid.
Neesmith foul out in the Knicks series a lot. I don't remember him fouling out in the Knicks series, but the problem is he's going against Shea, who gets fouls.
He was fouling Shea though.
He was fouling us too.
But he didn't really. I don't remember him fouling out a ton.
I think he got fouled. I think we fouled him out once. He was hacking Brunson.
Yeah, but not a ton.
He fouled out a couple times.
Not like he did. Like he fouled out like every game in this series. But again, I think it's just who he was in charge of guarding.
But the problem with that is, I felt like Nembhard was guarding SGA most of the series, not him.
Well, no, you have to adjust to that because SGA wants you to play physical on him. That's where his bread's buttered. Where Neesmith did a lot of denying on him. A lot of ball denying.
I don't know. I tend to give him credit and say he's a decent defender.
Yeah, I think he's all right defender.
But this pace of team next year, we're going to have to talk. I don't know what they're going to be next year. Rick Carlisle's a good coach, so I guess they'll figure it out.
They're not going to be great.
But
do you let Turner go?
Now, does this force them to resign Turner, or do they use that money to go get another guard? And if so, who is that guard?
All depends on the financials. I don't think they have a lot of guys eating up money.
Too much money, except for Tyrese.
No, they're Siakam is eating up money.
Siakam's eating a ton of money. It's Siakam and Halliburton.
You give Turner 25, 30 million a year, then that's really, you're getting into dangerous territory right there.
But I don't know. Because if you're only going to play Miles Turner 24 minutes in Game 7, what are you resigning him for?
Right now, Miles Turner makes just under 20.
And he's
20
gonna
mil.
want. He's gonna want more.
If he gets more than 20, he can't be on this team.
He's gonna want more. He's gonna want 30.
Unless they get rid of Obi Toppin, Aaron Nesmith, TJ McConnell, or a combination of the three of them.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Andrew Nemhard is making. Oh, he got an extension. Andrew Nemhard makes $18 million next year.
18 million.
Yeah, see, I don't think Miles Turner's not gonna be on this team. Because Miles Turner is gonna want the same contract that Hartenstein has. He's gonna want that contract, and
he's not better than Hartenstein.
I don't think he is.
He's absolutely not better.
Somebody will give him that contract, but
some dumbass team who needs a big like the Lakers will probably give him that money.
The Lakers.
He would work on the Lakers.
I think he would be good on the Lakers. I think he would be. Don't call me crazy. I think he would be good on San Antonio. I think he would help San Antonio a lot.
Can't keep paying people if you're San Antonio, though.
Eventually, that money.
It's gonna catch up to him.
Eventually, that money gonna run out. I know you got Wemby and you want to load the team up, but eventually you gotta stop. You gotta stop somewhere because eventually you're gonna have to pay Wemby. Eventually, you're gonna have to give Wemby $8 zillion. So
that's the problem the Thunder are gonna have very soon. Actually, as soon as this offseason.
2 years, I think, with Chet.
No. This offseason. I think Chet is max eligible. Also, J-Dub is also max eligible this offseason. And Chet.
we'll see what Sam Presti does.
Let's see.
Because here's the crazy.
And we're talking $250 million for J-Dub and Chet apiece.
As Dylan is looking that up, OKC still has like 8,000 first round picks. Like they still have a zillion.
OKC's not paying anybody. Like they're paying Shea and Hartenstein. Hartenstein, they will get rid of Hartenstein in a heartbeat to re-sign Chet and J-Dub. Other than that, you got a bunch of guys and Caruso. Caruso is going to be off this team soon too.
Lou Dort's making money too.
Lou Dort but you could sign both of them and keep Lou Dort at what he is. The problem is next year Caruso gets 18 mil. And you're gonna have to pick between one or two of them. Aaron Wiggins contracts, whatever. Lou Dort is off the books after next year. He has an option. Hartenstein has an option after the next year, but they would get rid of his $28.5 million to keep the other guys. So that's what they're gonna run into, where they're gonna have to get rid of Chet or J-Dub eventually.
They're going to run into the Celtics situation.
But like I
maybe
said,
even worse.
I don't think it'll be worse because unlike Celtics, the Thunder have 8,000 draft first round picks.
That's true, but
games of all time.
Like they have a zillion.
That's true, but they still have to pan out.
Anthony, I mean, he seemingly knows how to draft players.
I'll give him that.
Record of drafting guys.
But the only thing I say is you're not going to keep batting 1,000. That luck's going to run out eventually. You look at the Celtics; they had to pay Brown and Tatum $300. You look at the Thunder; they got to pay Shea's getting $300. J-Dub is going to get $300. That's the rookie max extension. No, I think he can because the rookie max scale is like $296 for J-Dub because I think he made an All NBA team or he has some award, something.
He's an all-star.
He hit some accolade. I can't remember. I got to double check on that.
I know he might be all defense. All NBA third team. Yep.
Yeah. So he's eligible for 296. And then Chet's gonna command the max. He's gonna get 246.
One where you could really argue about not paying him like a max.
But he's gonna want that.
Yeah.
He's gonna want that rookie max. If you're giving Franz Wagner $224 million, Chet's going to get that.
Situation where what's more important, the money or the winning, and there's going to be some people who got to make some decisions.
Especially if Shea's like, hey, you know what, let me wait till next year. Let me get 5 years, $380 million. Now we're talking almost $1 billion between 3 players.
Hey, that's what the Suns are doing. Who knows? Got to figure it out eventually.
Can you guys hear me good?
But I think OKC's they're good. They're good for a few more years.
I can hear you,
I'm
James.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not too loud, am I? I'm good.
No, you're good. But yes, so eventually somebody got to do something. You got to pay somebody.
They got to go seek advice from Brunson, you know, and learn
Not
how.
everybody
So,
like that.
somebody's got. So they have to have a long conversation together, the big three, and talk money and see who's going to take that cut, because somebody's going to have to take some kind of
Cough, Chet.
cut finally.
No,
Somebody they got to.
it's a conspiracy, bro. What's the point of putting the apron out there? They do this to stop dynasties from happening anymore. Like you never.
I love the second apron.
They do this to help the small market teams, but now the small market teams have like the best team and best depth, and they're not going to be able to keep all their players that they drafted
because of the second apron.
The
second
being
apron.
used
They say
to
that
help them is hurting them.
Yeah, Dylan says they created it to help the small market teams, but it penalizes teams from continuously to be good because they can't run it back because these players, if they haven't been paid already, they're going to be looking to get paid, and these teams can't pay them because of the second apron.
Here's my one defense against that. My one argument against that. You look at Brunson because obviously he's the most obvious example. Yes, he left 100. Yeah, pretty much. He left 113 million on the table. Yes, he did. But it's not like he's not eating with 156. And then on top of that, he can still recoup some of that money back because the next time he'll be eligible for a contract, it's going to be an insane one. It's going to be like 4 years and like $300 million extension. So it's not like it's like if you're a star player and I'm the manager, I tell you, hey dog, you good for 4 years, 250, but I need you to take a $50 million pay cut. We got to keep this guy on the team. You telling me you can't shave all you tell me you can't eat with 200 mil?
Not my problem.
But what do you do when you have 4 guys up for contract at the same time?
Then those 4 guys need to start getting real charitable. That's what they need to do. That's what those 4 guys need to do.
It's not possible.
Because let's go back to the Heat. Let's go back to the Heat for a second.
You have to pay somebody, and then like if you have 4 guys that have done their job that are deserving of the pay, like this is what happens when you have teams that get draft picks, right? That get draft picks, and then they draft these guys, and they're all back to back, and you're asking every single last one of these guys to take pay cuts every single time. After a while, it's not going to work because of the second apron. It's just not going to work.
In a world where we would love for people to be like, you know what, I don't need the money. Everybody wants the money.
But you're still getting money.
Yeah.
You're still getting money.
Not all
it's not.
I'm not getting what I'm worth.
Exactly.
And it's not my responsibility for the organization to figure that out.
Because even if I take a pay cut, the person I'm taking a pay cut for is not getting their worth as well.
Because there's a reason why the last contract that's given out is now the standard for the next person. Exactly. That's why whenever we have the highest paid NFL player, they are the highest paid NFL player for like a week. Because they are now the standard for deals going forward. So we can't expect everybody to be Jalen Brunson because at the end of the day, Jalen Brunson is the only one
I think Brunson's going to set a standard.
No.
I think he is.
No,
Highly doubt it.
I do.
absolutely not.
I do.
These basketball players
There's-
are athletes.
Because we can't sit here and expect all these teams to just crumble under the second apron because no superstar wants to take a pay cut.
These superstars have egos and they have these mentalities, and not even if they don't have that, they want to get paid. This is the business. I'm playing well to get paid, and I'm deserving to get paid. So you may get someone that's like Brunson for a short period of time, but then after a while, it's gonna get older, and they're gonna want to get paid. That's just what it is. You may not get what you deserve in that work, Anthony. But after a while, if you performing well in sales, you're gonna want to get paid. Maybe not.
Yeah, but we're talking about a group.
Maybe not at this position, but when you go to your next position after performing well, you're gonna use that scale to get a higher pay when you go to the next place. That's just what it is.
No, I hear you, but it's like we're talking about a group here. If you have a really good group full of really good players, but there's a hard cap in terms of salary, you have to try and make that work. Or else you're going to be like, oh, I deserve my money, but then I'm gutting the group, the quality of this group, and now we're not a championship group no more.
Welcome to every team that wins a championship. They have to figure it out. And the thing is, whenever guys win, guys get paid. Whether it's by that team or not. They're now, I got the ring. Time to get the money.
Mm-hmm.
Happens all the time, whether we feel like they deserve it or not. You're part of the winning culture.
Key point: Brunson took the pay cut, and Hartenstein still left. Still left.
But without Brunson, there would be no Karl Anthony.
There would still be Karl Anthony Towns because you had to move the money to do it. And if you would have had Brunson on the roster with regardless of what the contract was, they still had to trade the guys they had. The real thing you guys are lucky with is the Bridges contract really isn't a lot right now. And he will probably take a pay cut because Brunson's taking the pay cut.
Better take it.
But Bridges also isn't good enough to demand the money that he could more than likely be asking for.
We gotta say, Mike.
I can't hear you, Mike.
I'm not saying nothing. It's just, Anthony makes it a stoop point. That's all.
Then I hear his fucking name on the tablet. I swear to God, he starts talking about Mike shit. No, but what are you saying?
Ruffle Anthony's feathers right on up.
Just mention with Bridges. Anthony starts mumbling. All of a sudden, he got the itches, scratching.
That next Bridges contract could be bigger than that current Bridges contract.
Like,
damn it.
Starts out like every use a scooter or bomb bug.
God damn that guy.
Hey man, congrats to the Thunder, man. SGA played a pretty good game, but he got a lot of points from the free throw line still.
Today and yesterday and the day before
got
that.
8 for 27. Went 11 for 12 from the free throw line.
Okay.
Tell
him stop acting.
That part just stands out. 8 for 27 is crazy.
Who went 8 for 27?
Shit.
For the series or for tonight?
Tonight.
Tonight he went 11 of 12
From the free throw line.
from the free throw line.
From the field, 8 for 27.
Yes, man. He shot 8 for 27.
You meant from the field that he got his points because he went to field. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
He shot 8 for 27 and still was cooking.
Here we go, Mike. Still.
That 2 for 12 from 3 is nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. 2 for 12 for 3 is that the 2. It's funny too because the 2 that he hit, I distinctly remember the 2 that he hit, but at 2 for 12 was
They were definitely timely baskets.
yeah. Those 2 that he hit were big, but the 2 that he hit. But I would say, I mean, the Pacers kind of just ran out of steam. But I thought OKC's defense was unbelievable tonight. The second half, they were just.
Chet was so good on the defensive side.
They were definitely able to key in on players and able to pay attention to the abilities of these guys because you got Kano who can hit a 3 if you wanted to really try to, but that's not his game. So they can key on the fact that, like, if we get there early enough, he's not going to attempt this shot. If we put the pressure on him, he's not going to attempt this shot. And the moment you put pressure on one guy and you know he's not going to do that, it gives your other guys a chance to react in different ways as well. So, yes, the defense was able to key in on their guys differently without Halliburton being out there and being a threat as well. And supporting guys, when you say, hey, we're gonna look to see if other guys can beat us, you got Obi Toppin shooting the way he was shooting, stuff like that. But he didn't even shoot the ball. I think he was shell shocked after the Halliburton.
Maybe because
I mean, Mathurin, he looked like he wanted to do something, but then he also stopped. It was a weird game. I mean, they lost.
I'm about to say, I don't know, James. I felt like every time Mathurin touched the ball, he was like, I'm scoring. Tyrese is gone. I'm scoring. Give me the ball.
I don't know.
He also took 10 free throws in this game. So, like, he was putting his head down and just going. Doing whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So now we get to have these conversations that just always end in crazy talk. Where are we ranking this Thunder team? They are now champions. So now, where's this team ranked? Did we just watch one of the best defensive teams in NBA history? Did we just watch a great team? Did we just watch another team win?
They're not beating the 0-1 league.
I mean,
There's not many teams that are, Anthony.
I was about to say, who said that?
it's.
Let me just go through and compare to one of the greatest teams ever. With
All time, like they're
Shaq,
not
who
beating
had
the 90s.
arguably one of the greatest seasons ever in 2001.
They're not beating the 01 Lakers. They're not beating the 97.
But did the Thunder not have one of the greatest regular seasons?
They did.
Yeah, that's to Anthony's point. That's the media heads are gonna immediately do.
So is it that far fetched, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's still far fetched.
It's
still
far
incredibly
fetched in theory, but he's right. That's what they're going to do.
It's so stupid.
It's irresponsible, but that's what they're going to do, and people are going to eat it up. It's going to be chum. They're going to attract to it immediately. It's going to be headlines everywhere. Can this Thunder team beat the 2017 Thunder, 2016 Thunder? That's what it's going to be immediately.
You can throw Lou Dort at Kobe.
Based on record, based on SGA being MVP, based on defensive efficiency, all those things. Based on those metrics, they're going to be compared to the.
Tell me they can't get 2 games.
Shaq's
All
average
right,
45.
stop it. We're not entertaining this conversation.
I'm not. Yeah, at
I
all.
would say because Shaq is gonna make Chet Holmgren an imprint on the thing on the.
You think LeBron to Chet and making him? What'd you say about that? The first,
he touched the first time he ever touched LeBron James in a game, his foot exploded instantly. Exploded. He touched LeBron one time and exploded on contact.
the moment
No
that
Shaq would do it.
is the moment Shaq does his post moves and hits him with an elbow, his head is gonna.
Oh, that drop step spin, cooked.
Yeah, his head is gonna fly into the crowd. Chet is the real Slender Man.
They might give. Lou Dort will definitely make Kobe work, especially 01 Kobe. He's making 01 Kobe work, but
No,
I mean, he's making him work. Like that Kobe's not averaging 40. That Kobe's going to average just 25. Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
You ain't gonna tell me Shea not gonna eat in that series.
Listen. I don't listen, Mike. I don't think Dort is the caliber of defender as like a what's my guy's name?
Ruben Patterson,
No.
the
What's-
Kobe
Stop
stopper.
it, Dylan.
No, what's my guy? First team defense.
Tony Allen.
Tony
Who's
Allen.
going?
He is not the caliber of Tony Allen, and Kobe lit Tony Allen's ass on fire. And
Yeah, but it's 2001 Kobe, a little bit different.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm not talking. I'm saying 2001 Kobe.
2001 Kobe with the fro is raw talent.
He's an
And I think
athletic freak.
I think he fries or he fries or I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
But
Lakers and 5.
You said Lakers in 5?
This shouldn't even be entertained. I don't want to participate in this at all. This is
I don't know, dude. I think you're reaching with that. I think you're sitting here saying that they can't get at least 2 is like kind of wild.
I won.
You
I
can't
never
say-
said that
But why? But then why can't it be entertained then? Like
because I don't want.
And
I don't
you're-
think it's
we're sitting here saying OKC had one of the greatest regular seasons of all
We're
time.
living the moment because this Thunder team just won. We're like, oh,
Statistically,
Anthony, I'm
Dylan,
gonna put them against the 2001 Lakers, and
Yes,
you even
real-
just
real-
said
real-
when you
But-
mentioned that
but-
they not beat the
Dylan, they went
2001
68 and 14.
Great.
68 and 14,
Great.
Dylan. They were blowing out like half their wins were blowouts.
Wonderful.
They
Wonderful.
had Shea literally won every single major award this year. He's the only player to ever do that.
You won Defensive Player of the Year.
Jalen, I'm talking about every major award, every MVP he won.
It won-
Let's not play dumb.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
You said
won
major
MVP.
award. You said major award.
Okay. All right. Before you do the play dumb loophole shit that you always do, I'm talking about all the MVP
He won
stuff.
major award. Then he didn't win
He won
Defensive
the-
Player
I'm
of the
talking
Year.
about the MVP stuff.
He
Then
won
say
the
that.
title. He won the
I know, Dill. I'm sorry. You didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I'm sorry. You said what you said.
Oh,
Like he won
Jeez.
Finals MVP and MVP. Fantastic. Like
first
they
team
beat that
All
Laker
NBA.
team? They beaten that Laker team, Anthony.
I'm not saying there were,
Are
but
they
you saying
beating
that's
that
not
Laker
even a
I said I don't
conversation.
want to have this.
I never
conversation
said
because they're
that.
not beating them. They're not
I
beating
never
them.
said that.
Then why
I'm
are we
just- the way-
defending them like we're saying they could beat them?
I'm just saying the way you're going about it is just like you're just gonna get swept, and it's like
Who
not
said
even a
that? I
conversation.
didn't say that.
That's what you're implying.
No,
That's
no,
literally what you're
that's your
implying.
fault for thinking for me and not hearing what I'm saying.
That's literally what you're
I don't want
implying.
to. There's maybe 3 teams the last 25 years this Thunder team is beating.
What are these 3 teams?
I think they can beat the 04 Pistons.
Yes, I do too. Actually,
I think they can beat the 04 Pistons.
I do too.
Uh,
I think they're a bad matchup for them. Actually, I think the 04 Pistons could beat some current teams that have won, but I think this Thunder team.
I think this Thunder team could beat the last Warrior team that won. That beat that Celtic team.
No, what?
Yeah,
maybe.
that's the worst iteration of the Warriors. And they benefited from Tatum and Brown being fucking horrendous in those finals.
So let me ask you this, Anthony. You worried about that they get wins against the 0-1 Lakers, and you don't believe that they can beat that Warriors team?
What was that? So you're cutting off.
You were arguing about them getting wins against the 0-1 Lakers, but then you think they can't beat that Warrior team. I think they can beat that Warrior team. That was the worst iteration of the Warriors.
But that was still a good Warriors team.
And this is a good Thunder team.
Styles make fights.
I think this Thunder team beats that Warrior team. I think they have the better team top to bottom.
I think
they have an answer for Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Dort. Just like what Michael said, I think Dort gives Jordan Poole hell.
I was like, Jordan putting Jordan Poole in fucking prison. Prison.
The thing is, it was the worst iteration of Klay Thompson. That was
it. Jordan Poole really isn't that good.
Jordan Poole will have to rely on only half-court shots.
Yeah. Like, I think they have an answer for everybody not named Steph.
What other team do they beat?
Does this OKC team beat that Raptor team?
Probably. Probably. That's tough, but I think they can. They're the next team on my list.
Does this team beat that Bucks team that won?
The Bucks? Oh, yes. Yes. Because outside of Giannis, in that NBA Finals, nobody did anything. It was literally just Giannis.
Like Chris Middleton didn't do anything?
Chris Middleton averaged like 15 points a game. Yeah, he didn't do anything.
Here's the thing, Dylan. That Giannis is a monster.
But that Giannis by himself was a monster. They didn't have anything else.
That Giannis by himself.
They don't have anybody who could stop Shea and J-Dub.
Chris Middleton. I would throw Chris Middleton right back in next conversation. You telling me Chris Middleton can't go up with J-Dub? I'm going to disagree with you.
I'm absolutely telling you Chris Middleton cannot go up with J-Dub.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think Chris Middleton can cancel him out.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That Chris Middleton couldn't do anything in that finals. And this Thunder team is much better than that Sun team.
If you think they can beat that Bucks team, I think that Raptors team is better than that because they had Siakam. Yeah.
I think the Raptors fare better too than that Bucks team does because I think that Raptors team beats the shit out of that Buck team.
Yeah, they have more, and they were reminded they had Marcus All.
Chris Middleton averaged 24 points a game in that finals against the Sun. He averaged 24 a game.
That was a fucking quiet 24 then, because I remember him sucking that fucking NBA.
It wasn't quiet because he actually won in one of those games himself.
Yeah, and I remember Pat Bev fucking hell too.
Yeah, the Albert game have like 41 game.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
if he had a 40-point game, that's how that average gets there. Because I don't remember that.
Yeah, we can't just act like he's a scrub, man.
Compared to this team, yeah, I don't think he would be the good number 2 in this one. I think J-Dub puts Chris Middleton in absolute hell.
I disagree.
But to Mike's point, Styles made fights, and that was a big team. I mean, I know that
Milwaukee team is big.
They were big, but
Brook Lopez
have Brook Lopez be on the perimeter, and he was terrible at that then too.
Yeah, Dylan. No, Chris
About
Middleton.
Brook Lopez, he can play in the post. He only played like that because of the style of the game.
Oh, the style. Yeah. Brook Lopez used to be just a back to the basket traditional center. But defensively, he would, if he has to guard Chet on the perimeter, no.
Yeah,
if they run into that team, I think they put Giannis at the 5.
and hope that they can run Giannis at the 5. Because they could run Middleton at the 4. Or Bobby Portis.
Yeah, they would have to take. They would make Brook Lopez have to not play.
That's who wouldn't play. But
They will
Chris
only bring him in when they bring in Hartenstein.
Chris Middleton averaged 24, 6, and 5 in the finals. He had 29 in game 1, 11 in game 2, 18 in game 3, 40 in game 4.
Oh
Here
God,
it is.
29 in game 5, and
stand corrected.
17 in game 6.
He was consistent.
So even game 6, they didn't really need him like that because that was the 50-point Giannis game.
And he had 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 5 rebounds. Don't disrespect Chris Middleton like that.
Chris Middleton's not better than J-Dub. The best version of Chris Middleton is not better than J-Dub.
That's not true.
That healthy Chris Middleton.
All-star Chris Middleton.
All
is better.
NBA third team J-Dub.
All-star Chris Middleton. USA team Chris Middleton.
USA team by default Chris Middleton because nobody wanted to go during COVID.
Against KD and Paul George, Chris Middleton is better than Jalen Williams. I'm sorry.
He's not.
Dylan, you can't do that. It's because of COVID. You can't do that because you.
The only reason he was Team USA is because of COVID.
You argued me down about Tyler Hero being on the All-Star team, and was he there or not? He was there. So
hold on, but he was only there because guys opted out to go. That's why. Being selected as an All-Star and then being on Team USA are much different. Much different. Yeah, by default, the same way fucking what's his face? Keldon Johnson was Team USA.
Those are not comparable situations.
They were on the same team.
Those are not comparable situations.
Comparing the All-Star, I'm not comparing he's saying his All-Star. I'm comparing why he was on Team USA.
You comparing the reason why Middleton is on the USA team to Keldon Johnson's reason not being the USA team. They're not comparable situations.
How aren't they?
Okay. Do you think Keldon Johnson is comparable to Chris Middleton?
No, but Chris Middleton was only there because guys opted out.
No, what is the point here? When you know they're not
belong. That's why.
If they're not even comparable players, why use the situation just for your argument? They're not comparable players.
For Mike, because Mike said, "Oh, why are we complaining about how he got there? He was there." I was like, "Team USA being selected for Team USA is much different than being selected as an All-Star. That's much different." James, I can't argue with you because you're breaking up every 2 syllables, so we're having a problem. But to my point is Mike's coming at me about All-Stars, and I'm saying, why was the guy selected Team USA? Much different scenario. How do you get picked as Team USA versus how do you get picked by All-Stars?
But your point was, is he an All-Star, yes or no? That's what you were saying.
For Tyler Hero, when you're asking me to compare him to role players, am I comparing a guy to a role player right now?
So what is J-Dub?
J-Dub's an All-Star, All-NBA. Was Chris Middleton ever All-NBA?
Boy. Okay. All right. All right.
Was any All-NBA defensive team as well?
No. Chris Middleton was not. Got it. So J-Dub. So what? So J-Dub's not a role player?
No, he's a number 2. He's an All-Star, All-NBA player.
I thought Chet was number 2.
Who said Chet was number 2? Not me.
Regardless, James. Regardless. So what's Chris Middleton?
Chris Middleton was a number 2. Okay,
that's why we're comparing them.
Mike, you have gone away from what the argument was. James said he thinks he's better. I said he is because of all NBA team, all NBA defensive team. And then he said, I'm talking about Team USA, Chris Middleton. Why was Chris Middleton on Team USA?
Because he earned that spot.
No, he did not. Everybody opted out. Everybody opted out.
So they had to put somebody on the team, right?
Yeah. He didn't earn it.
He was good enough to be on that team, right?
He was the only options they had. The same way Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson was good enough to be on Team USA?
There's 300
Was
players
Keldon Johnson good enough to be on Team USA?
He was on the team, right?
Was he good enough? If everybody was available.
He was
if
on
everybody
the team,
was
right?
available and nobody opted out, was he good enough to be on Team USA?
He was on the team, right?
Why?
He was on
Why was he
that,
on the team?
He was
Why
good
was
enough
he
to
on
be
that team?
On that team.
Why was he on
not?
that team?
Because he was good enough to be on that.
Why, yeah, over every other small forward in NBA.
Every other position player that was available, he was the best.
But now we're moving what it was, because if
He
Jimmy
was
Butler
good
was
enough.
available and
But
to
he
play,
wasn't.
why wasn't he?
It doesn't matter why.
No. Why
does it
weren't
matter?
these guys? Why weren't
It
these guys
doesn't-
available? Why
it
wasn't
doesn't
LeBron James
matter
there? Why wasn't
why
Steph Curry there?
They weren't available.
Why weren't they?
Dylan, it doesn't matter.
Why? Yes, it does. Why weren't they? Why weren't they?
Available.
Why can't we answer my question?
They weren't available. Dylan.
Why weren't they?
Dylan, why does it matter why they were available?
Why weren't
Were
they available? Why
Because
weren't
of
they
COVID.
available?
Because
Were
of
they not
COVID.
available because
Were
they just
on the
didn't?
team or not? Were they on the team or not?
Why do I have to answer your question, but you
I
can't
answered
answer
your
my
question.
question?
They were not available.
Why? No, I've been
COVID.
asking
I
you why
said
they're not
COVID.
available. Why weren't they available?
COVID. COVID.
Excellent.
COVID.
So they
COVID.
didn't. They
Were
were not
they on
available
the
because
team?
they refused to travel to Japan during a pandemic. Let me go and ask the players who want to travel to Japan for the pandemic. You didn't earn it. You're not. You didn't. You're just there because you have to be. They needed people. You were just a body. You did not earn it. You did not earn it. Because what happened? Why was Chris Middleton on the next Olympic team?
Wasn't there.
Why
Didn't
not?
earn it.
Maybe because
Didn't earn it.
he was never good enough?
Or he wasn't good enough that year. Or maybe he was hurt. The fact remains he was on the team the year that he was there.
And he didn't deserve to be there. The only reason he was there is because other people didn't go.
You keep saying that, but that doesn't make any sense because there's 300 players that they could pick from, and they picked him. Why did they pick him?
Because the guys that are better than him did not want to go during a pandemic.
He was the best that they could get. So
why couldn't they get anybody else?
He earned that.
He
They
didn't
could've
earn
went
it.
and-
They went and they
Dylan,
grabbed
you're-
who would be willing to
Dylan,
come.
that
He
doesn't
was
make
not
any
better than
sense.
Jimmy Butler.
That
He was
doesn't
not better than
make any
LeBron
sense.
James.
And they were not available, Dylan.
They were available. They just opted out.
Only 5 players withdrew. The rest of them were injuries.
I can't hear you, James.
The rest of them withdrew. The other only 5 players withdrew. The rest were injuries. That's what he said.
I can't say it again.
Only 5 players withdrew. The rest were injuries.
Who were the 5 players?
LeBron,
Forward,
Jimmy Butler,
forward,
Steph Curry,
guard,
Chris Paul,
guard,
Kyle Lowry.
guard. So 2 forwards who would have been on the team over him because they already had Tatum and Durant. And
They had Paul George, Tobias Harris, Gordon Hayward.
I'm just talking about the guys who opted out.
Yeah. But what about those other players? If they're better than him, it doesn't matter, right?
Well, they were one. If we're going to talk about the injured players being better than him, he didn't earn it either way. So
those players weren't injured; they played.
who? Paul George wasn't in 2020 or 2021 Japan. Paul George wasn't there.
Paul George was there.
How? He wasn't there. It was Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant,
Okay, let's see.
Bam Adebayo. That's where Bam Adebayo was born.
You saying that he didn't?
That was Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday.
It makes no sense. He clearly earned it because
the other guys opted out.
Did they pick him or not?
They had to. They need to fill a roster. He didn't earn it.
Why did they pick him?
Because they had to pick somebody.
Why did they pick him? They could have picked any player that they wanted.
They could have. But you got to fill out.
Why him?
Why him? I don't know why him. Because again,
because
maybe
he was good enough and he earned it, Bill. And that's
he didn't earn it. How do you earn it when you're only on the team because of injuries and nobody else got on there? Because the guys opted out. You didn't earn it.
Then why didn't they?
That's like me saying, "Oh, I got my job because the other 4 people who went to the interview just decided they didn't want to interview."
Why did they
not
pick
earn
anybody
it?
else?
I did not earn it.
Pick anybody else then?
I mean, the pool of
In actuality, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Devin Booker were added to the list late because they were in the finals. That's why.
Yes, and they also wouldn't have made
It wasn't because of what you're saying, Dylan.
I also never said they were added in early or not. I knew they were added in late because of the NBA Finals. The problem is they needed to be added in because everybody else opted out. Okay. And then I believe they had a couple people test for COVID before they left.
No. They had one person.
There we go.
Bradley Beal. That's it.
Yes.
God.
You said people.
I'm sorry. I'm going off of just straight memory, and I don't have fucking Google open in front of me.
I mean, if you're going to be technical, I'm going to be technical with you.
Okay. Fine, James. I will be tactical. I will make sure I have all 100% of my information directly in front of me. I got you.
Can we go back to celebrating the Thunder?
Well, you wanted to bring up 2001 Lakers, so we're here.
That was a good team, though, Dylan. Come on, man.
It was a good team. So why, if you don't think they could beat them, why'd you even bring them up?
I thought it would be an interesting matchup.
It's not. This is dumb. We weren't going to be talking about the Thunder winning today anyway because Kevin Durant got traded today, and the NBA world would have moved on anyway. And now it's the NBA is going to be talking about Kevin Durant getting traded and Tyrese Halliburton tearing his Achilles over the Thunder winning the title.
And also the East being wide open next year too as well.
As of right now.
And
as of right now, sounds crazy to say it. Cleveland and the Knicks got to be the favorites right now.
Orlando.
Yeah, they're in it. I would say they're definitely in it.
They're in it, but are they the favorites? Those are two different things, though.
And Boston still, unless this is like as of right now.
No, they're not.
Before they trade anybody, they still could win games.
They
have a good team.
I'm not talking about the favorites. I'm talking about as far as like favorites. Like
hang the banner.
We don't know.
Hang the banner. Knicks are preseason favorites before the next season even starts. Hang the banner. That's all Anthony wants to do. Anthony just wants to be like, "Hey, the Knicks are the favorite."
I'm not saying that. We don't have this clear fact. Cleveland is still there, and again, nobody agrees with it on this, but I still think a fully healthy Sixers team would be a challenge to us as well.
I don't think that team exists.
I mean, you're probably right. I'm just saying, if that was a thing, I think they would be a serious challenge, pose a serious threat to us.
That's how I feel about Sixers. Until they show up, they have to. They are, because we don't know what you can. I mean, granted, based on how the NBA rosters are constructed at this very moment, you would assume the Knicks have a pathway to the whatever because of all the injuries. The Celtics can turn into something, but we don't know because there's so many rumors about them trading their core, and then you have Jaylen Brown getting a early ending season surgery, and then you have Tatum who's out for the rest of the season next season. So we don't know what they're going to be.
depending on what the Celtics flip these whoever they trade for, can still determine whether they're like a mid-seed team. Like the team is still good without Tatum. That's what made Boston so good when they won, was they were so fucking good with him.
They will be.
I heard everyone's on the table as far as like shopping players. Even Jaylen Brown, like, is
Yeah, I
not
heard
safe.
that too.
They said basically, if you're not Jason Tatum, you're on the table. Because Jaylen Brown is a good player. Is he $300 million good? That's the problem sometimes.
Yeah, he is.
So I just saw. I know we kind of moved off of this, but I just want to go back because I have it in front of me now. The Thunder are the youngest team in the NBA. They just won the title. They still have the number 15 pick this year from Miami, the number 24 pick this year from the Clippers. They have a top 4 protected pick from the Sixers next year. They have a top 8 protected pick next year from Utah. Their own first round.
Christ.
They have a pick swap. I'm not done. They have a pick swap with the Clippers in 27. They have a top 4 protected pick from Denver in 27. They have a pick swap with Dallas in 28. They have their own first round pick in 29, their own first round pick in 30, their own first round pick in 31.
They'll be fine.
This team over the next 31 is what, 6 years? Over the next 6 years, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 first round picks.
11 first round picks.
That's even if that's if saying they use them.
Yeah,
If they don't
if
just
they
trade
use
them.
they can obviously trade any of them. This, what we saw tonight, was the origin story of the Thunder Dynasty. That's what we just saw. We saw the origin story of the next villains of the league, because this is going to be
Barring significant injuries, there's no way this is not going to be a dynasty.
No, there's ways.
Yeah, anything can happen. Unless there's like inside turmoil, I can see that happening too.
Like, there's ways. I think a healthy Dallas team, depending on what they do after they draft Cooper Flag and whatever else they add, I think they could be a problem for this team. Denver.
How's Kyrie going to be?
Kyrie will be fine. Kyrie plays below the rim. I think he'll be all right. This Denver team that had off and on Jamal Murray, a terrible Michael Porter Jr., and then Aaron Gordon brought this team to 7. Like, I don't think nothing's a foregone conclusion right now. It's just, I think the expectation is, I expect them to at least make another conference finals run, but I can't just go with hey, they're going to repeat again. That's like one of the hardest things to do is repeat and go back. You just played more basketball games than everybody else.
they got a chance.
They have a chance.
If we're standing here right now at 1:11 in the morning, 1:11, James, the Thunder are my favorites to win the title next year.
Who knows with this Rockets team next year too?
Even knowing the Kevin Durant trade news, the Thunder are my favorites.
They're not beating the Thunder. That team ain't beat.
Well, the thing is, you get rid of 2 guys that they fucking hated. Amen Thompson's awesome. They get to now play Cam Whitmore, like, finally, who's also really fucking good. Like, I think, and then they're still going to add people too. I think the Rockets are in a good spot too. So I will take nothing from nobody, just giving respect to the other teams too. But I expect the Thunder to at least make it to the conference finals next year.
Yeah, and Memphis is going to blow that team up. So be on the lookout to see what happens, where those players go, where Ja goes, where Triple J goes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
And whatever the Spurs do, the Spurs have a chance to shake up fucking everything.
Yeah, because they got that Shaolin monk on their team now. So could be scary hours in San Antonio It's Chuck and some of those big women down there in San Francisco. San Antonio should be interesting. Houston. The Texas Triangle was back. Texas Triangle was definitely back. And the California teams will be good. So, minus Sacramento.
Minus Sacramento.
They're run by an idiot. So.
So are the Suns.
I still don't think it's as bad as the trade as you think.
I just don't like that you went and you got 5 second rounders. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Roz is into the challenge.
like I just think the Suns, because they weren't able to fleece Miami, they just took the first deal they got. Because they were asking for the world from Miami, which is wild. They asked for what? Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, and then Hayward Highsmith and 2 firsts.
That's too much.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
It goes to show you. It depends on the team you're trying to fleece.
And Houston said, "Hey, we'll give you your pick this year and 5 seconds. Take it." And Oboy was just like, "Okay." Like the Suns gave themselves no protection past this year, and that's my problem with it. They could have gotten, instead of 5 seconds, they could have gotten one of their firsts back.
Yeah, and Anthony was saying, I mean, this is for 37-year-old Kevin Durant, but this is also Kevin Durant, no matter what the age is.
This is still a guy who's going to get you like 25 to 27 a game.
You ask for what you're getting. It's just like if the Lakers were to trade LeBron, you ask for what you're getting. It doesn't matter the age.
Like the Rockets wanted Durant. The Suns could have just been like, we'll just keep holding on to him until we get what we want. Mm-hmm. And they just didn't.
I think you're a little underselling Jalen Green, but
I just think Jalen Green is dumb as fuck.
I just think he can't.
Yeah, but he can play. He can play. Like
he's fucking stupid.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can play.
I think he's stupid.
And he's the greatest dumb basketball player we've ever seen. Then, like if that's the case.
No, I've seen worse dumb. I've seen better dumb basketball. Like, yeah, he had a good regular season, got in the playoffs, and started showing his ass again. I just think that's just more so of the situation where Ime just wasn't taking his shit anymore and was able to get some type of production out of him. You just sent him to a dysfunctional franchise in the Suns. He's going to revert back. Booker's going to fucking hate him. Bradley Beal already wants to, like, hates being there anyway. Buying out.
So you don't think Jalen Green is a good enough two-scoring option?
I don't think the play styles are going to mesh well.
Yeah, that core is.
That's the problem.
It's way worse than what we had.
Like Durant, at least Durant, we know he can be like, hey, I'm going to be off the ball. I'm going to be good. When you need me, we'll run some offense. I'm all right. Green going to shot chuck. Booker going to get mad at him. It's just a terrible situation. And then if the Suns buy out Bradley Beal, they also can't get better unless Bradley Beal decides to take like $5 million a year for like the next 10 years. That's the only way it would make the Suns like any type of competitive, so it doesn't hit the cap space right away. You fucking Bobby Bonilla it.
And at this point, I think Bradley Beal's also being stubborn, and it's just like
Bradley Beal doesn't need to do a thing.
No, but that's the thing. What Dylan just said just now is like he's being stubborn as shit, but he has every right to be stubborn.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't. Yeah, it's a win-win-win-win situation for this dude. Like him doing anything else would be stupid. So you can't get mad at him for being stubborn. Like
every time they talk about Bradley Beal, I just think of that time when he was about to head into some of his shots. It was like. That's how I look at that situation. Like, you think what a
So I'm saying, Phoenix, pick up my phone. Pick up the phone call. Let me talk to you. I'll take Bradley Beal off your hands.
What's shocking me about Bill is like, where did his skills go? He ain't old, and it wasn't this year he was being bad. He was bad for a few years now.
I can tell you.
And we're talking, he's like 30 years old.
I think he's playing possum.
Oh, he doesn't want to play.
He's been playing possum for like 3 years.
I think all the coaches that he's had so far over the 2 years have not truly defined a role for him to really shine in. So he's just like, all right, I'm just here. And he just comes to practice and they're like, all right, Kevin, all right, Devin, what do you want to do? And Brad's just like chilling there like,
yo, I never realized that it was Kevin and Devin until just now.
And I was like, oh, what do you want to do? And you just got to sit there and just figure it out. They're like, all right, Brad, you're the third guy. Come on.
Yo, Kevin and Devin.
He can't even do that well. Like,
again, I don't know if they've truly ever defined what he is. They just said, hey, we don't care how these play styles mesh. You guys are superstars. Figure it out.
One of y'all got to be able to play off the ball. One of you.
Yeah, Kevin Durant can. We all know that.
One of y'all are all superstars. One of y'all got to be able to bring the ball.
And I think it's the pressure of being on a team that has expectations because, again, played his entire career in fucking Washington where he had expectations maybe twice in his career. And had John Wall to thank for most of the success.
he was nasty on the Wizards, man.
Yeah, not after when Wall left, he was still averaging 30, and they still were winning like 35 games a year. Then he got Westbrook. Then they made the playoffs, and then Beal did nothing in the playoffs.
Yeah, Russ carried them against that Philly. Russ gave them everything in that series against Philly. Although I think Bradley Beal was hurt some of that series.
There's also that he does do that a lot. I'm saying, Phoenix, hit my line. I got a deal for you. I'll speak on behalf of the entire Brooklyn Net organization.
He doesn't go there.
Listen, I'll take Bradley Beal off your hands. I'll even give you a player back. You take on half the amount of contract, but give me that number 10 pick, please. I'll appreciate that.
Well, you gotta give him the best shooter in the world.
I'll take Nick Claxton. Take him. You guys need that. You guys need a center. We stink. Go have fun with Nick Claxton. He makes half the amount of Bradley Beal does. I take all the Bradley Beal money. You reward me for taking the Bradley Beal money. Give me that 10 pick, and then I could trade Cam Johnson that 10 pick, and then like my back half 2 first-round picks to San Antonio, so I get that number 2 pick. So let's go. Let's wheel and deal. Let's wheel and deal here.
And he's never recovered.
And he never wanted to leave. He never wanted to leave.
Him signing that deal with Washington told me everything I needed to know about Brad.
Never wanted to go. It's Kuzma signing his deal with Washington too. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm chilling.
I get the hoop. Nobody cares. I get paid.
Kuzma's never going to see money anywhere else.
Kuzma got to a situation where they're like, oh, you have to play basketball. And he's like, shit. I haven't been doing a whole lot of this since I left the Lakers. Shit.
Let's see what Doc can get out of him next year.
Me and my boy Jordan Poole just taking turns chucking from half court.
Because they're gonna lean on Kuz next year too with Dame being out. They're gonna lean on Kuz.
Oh, that's gonna get ugly.
So
Gary Trent Jr.
Where are Giannis going?
Having nightmares about dropping that ball in the playoffs. Because imagine if he never did.
I don't know, man.
Imagine if he never drops that ball.
And imagine if Giannis doesn't get crossed up for game.
And that too.
That too.
That too.
Giannis fucking getting crossed up by Halliburton on that lay for game.
Catch my drift.
Catch my drift is the real zinger.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
But yeah. So all right, Kevin Durant to the Rockets.
Giannis a Spur.
That's nasty work.
Giannis a Spur.
Nah, I don't see it.
Well, I can see it. They have the
Giannis already said he's committed to the Bucks.
When?
That's what he said.
When?
I mean, that's what I read. That's what I read.
Everything I know is he's
Wait.
not made any decision.
Right there. Giannis is committed to the Bucks. Win.
He hasn't been.
He indirectly committed to him. He said he don't want to be nowhere else but Milwaukee.
When? Yeah. Okay.
Again, win.
Because why would he want to be there? Why the fuck?
Listen, I will. That's just what I read. I'll drop some links, man. I'll drop some links in the chat.
Oh, really? Oh,
Talk about it right now.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay, that's not happening.
We will leave this here.
It's gonna be just a random Twitter guy. He's gonna be like, "Hey, trust me."
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Spurs got the cap space.
Did I put Christie's coming up? No, I don't want to. I wouldn't say I don't see it. I don't want to see it.
They have the assets to do so. That would make that team fucking crazy.
Because the idea of De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, and Wemby and Castle still, I don't want none of it.
I mean, they probably are going to have to get rid of Castle.
But what if they don't?
Different conversation.
What if Milwaukee's?
I can tell you exactly who is going though. That Jeremy Sochan motherfucker. He's out. He stinks. He's out. Fucking Keldon Johnson's out.
Keldon Johnson's.
If they give up Castle, they still have Vassell, who's I think is better than Castle.
I honestly think Vassell would have to go just because of money. Vassell, Keldon Johnson.
I don't think you have to trade both of them. I think.
Well, got to make money work.
But I'm saying that's why I think Castle will still be on the team.
Unless it's like, hey, we want to make it worthwhile for us. Like, we're giving you top 3 basketball player in the world. You could at least give us the cool Diet Coke John Morant. Like, you at least give us that.
That's, I mean, De'Aaron Fox, Castle, Giannis, Wemby. I don't want to see none of that.
It's a filthy team. If Chris Paul resigns.
Listen, if they make that trade, Chris Paul will be like, yeah, I'll sign for the minimum. Yeah, I got it. I'll mentor.
That'd be filthy. That'd be a roster, man.
I just don't want big ugly women in San Antonio getting another championship. Well, Anthony, it's been, you weren't here, whatever, since these final games are every 8 days, it seems. You can see my hands. You can speak about Caitlin all you want for 2 minutes.
Make sure you mention the Valkyrie games you had the other day, too.
Or the Aces game today.
So that now
because they haven't won since then. But go ahead, go on.
How convenient! How convenient to give me the space after she had 2 not great games. Oh, how great time.
One for 10.
Hating piece of shit. Hating ass piece of shit.
Oh,
You ain't got no problem giving me the spotlight now.
none. I also found a nice statistic today. She's never beaten Asia Wilson a day in her life. Not one time. She has never beaten
This man wakes up and just looks forward to hating on Cece.
Listen, you can
This man asks himself, how can I hate on Caitlyn today? What ways can I hate on Clark today?
Thank ESPN for that stat. I did not realize she had never beaten Asia until today. Not one time.
Anthony, this
Listen.
article is a nothing burger.
Oh, God. Okay. It's a nothing burger.
Literally, I'm reading. He posted it in the chat. Giannis literally hasn't said anything, so they're saying because he hasn't requested a trade yet, he stayed committed. He just hasn't done anything.
Oh, my God.
That's literally what the article says.
Whatever you say, Dylan.
Like, literally, the article doesn't say anything about Giannis saying he stays committed. Last time he was asked about it, he goes, I'm watching the NBA Finals. I'm enjoying good basketball.
And you didn't read the part, and you stopped reading at that part.
No, I read to the end. He did not say, he just doesn't have a trade market right now because he hasn't requested a trade. Right now, the last thing that was truly reported about the Giannis situation was he's open-minded.
Well, I mean, in this thing, it does have Wendy here saying that there is no trade market
Because he hasn't requested a trade yet.
He has not asked for it. The Bucks are not looking to trade him. So I mean, as of right now,
It's nothing burger. We know the same thing we knew 20 minutes ago. But there's no reason for him to want to stay there. Like, they have no money. They can't do anything. Dame's hurt. They're going to stink.
He can really shake up the landscape.
He'd be fucking stupid if he stayed when he has an opportunity to go somewhere that can, like, take on his contract and, like, compete for a title right now. I like a Milwaukee. I'm going to stay here.
And let eternal.
I think he's talking about Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Yeah, she did not have it.
You said she did not have 8 turnovers, Anthony?
No, I said she didn't have a good game.
Oh.
Damn, she played for the Aces tonight.
1 for 10 from 3, 7 for 20 is not great.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, she had 19 and 10. No, like she didn't have a good shooting.
Those are SGA numbers. Yeah, like that. Like,
what happened? I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Asia really didn't even cook today, and they still won.
She had 24.
Boston did the best. No, Leah Boston's been playing really well. Sometimes the grass isn't always.
I mean, it's greener than that fucking dead grass lawn they have in fucking Milwaukee right now. They haven't watered that grass in 6 months at this point. That grass is brown. Brown grass. Need some water.
Crab grass.
Got tumbleweeds going across.
This gyro is crazy. this gyro is
wow
insane.
Bang, bang.
That's good now.
That is wild.
Dylan, show your hands.
I'm not gonna lie, that is some shit I would say.
So, that
That is absolutely wild.
had Dylan written all over
The
it.
chat is taking turns on this T Severe account. Holy shit.
Gyro.
So Anthony, what were you saying? You want to talk about the Caitlin Clark?
Nah, I was saying Aaliyah Boston's been playing really well. She had another great game today.
Yeah, because they should probably run the offense to her. But the Caitlin Clark effect of the entire Fever team being in the All-Star returns.
Well, yeah, that and also Boston being third too as well. I think that's pretty dope for her as well.
That's great for her. It's crazy. It's madness, but you know.
Because I mean, we all expected Clark to lead the votes. I mean, that's pretty obvious right there.
I expected her to be one or two. Yes.
You said one or two. What do you mean two?
She was always gonna be one.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think that Asia has enough commercials and press now that I wouldn't.
Asia was like number 4, Mike.
I wouldn't have been surprised if she was one or two. I thought Asia would have more votes. I'm not surprised.
I honestly thought she would have had more too.
But I'm not surprised that Caitlin's one or two. I'm surprised. Okay.
I'm surprised Aaliyah Boston has more than Asia Wilson.
I'm surprised that Aaliyah has that many.
No, Dylan, that's shocking.
I'm not. It's shocking in the sense where, like, if she didn't have the Caitlin Clark machine behind her, she wouldn't have had nearly as much. But the entire Fever team being there is a result of Caitlin Clark's popularity.
And what? Well, I mean,
yeah, but if that's the case, Sophie Cunningham's not even on there.
Yes,
Sophie Cunningham, she has votes, but
she's up there.
It's
where is she? I didn't see her in that top 10 list.
She's not in the top 10. She's like in the top 20.
Oh, okay.
They have 8 players. Oh, I just had it. They have 8 players. Yeah, they have 8 of the top 25. They have 8 of the top.
Damn. 25. God damn.
So
that's wild.
There's only 5 days left for the voting. So yeah.
That's wild.
The fans have 50% of the votes, and players and media will make up the other half, 25-25.
okay. So we don't have to worry about Sophie Cunningham being an all-star. Because she only got votes because she fouled that girl.
Here's the thing, Dylan. I think she's going to get a jump because of that. I think she's going to get a jump.
I think that's what happened.
She's been getting like a massive popularity jump for doing that shit.
It's fucking crazy.
I think there's a good chance that you could just be Megan from that movie. Yeah, it could just be an AI. We all know this is Rod's stuff. We all
this
know.
is
even that comment is Rod's. Even that comment.
Yes. Put this into rest is Russ.
Yeah. Even that. Rod's. I mean that was the only time lockup that she had.
Nah, she was about that action.
I'm also not surprised that Paige is 6th. That doesn't surprise me.
I'm not surprised at all.
Not surprised by that. Lexi Hull being 9th is insane. It's insane. 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 I'm sorry that it's insane. I don't even know how it's. I don't know. We'll see. I think because of the way this is going, you're going to have Caitlyn and Aaliyah starting.
Which is fine.
I don't know if the WNBA is gonna, if they're doing two teams or if they're gonna do against the world again.
They might
And-
do. They don't have Team USA this year.
Yeah. So I mean, and the All-Star games in Indiana.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that also explains it too, though, because I'm sure that they've got stuff all over the arena to vote, and with the Pacers going to the finals, there's just more reason.
And they were at every home game.
Exactly. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's good marketing. Shout out to Indiana. It's good marketing. It's good marketing. Because I'm not saying that Aaliyah Boston absolutely deserves to be on the All-Star team. Obviously, Peyton Clark does. And I think Kelsey Mitchell's close. That's it, though.
Sylvia Cunningham
That's it.
absolutely does not.
There's no world where Natasha Howard should not be sniffing this All-Star. Like, no disrespect, but yeah, no. Absolutely not. So, I mean, that it's I wouldn't say that's wrong. Wouldn't say that's
Clay Travis.
She's a cultural political symbol at this point. Kind of like the Square Black said, go right wing.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker. Boy, oh boy, there you go, right there, baby.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Shout out to Herschel Walker getting dog walked in his I think it was governor or Senate, one of the two. Dog.
Remember when he started talking about vampires?
Yes. Just
Mine
another-
too, Christy.
Yes, I was
Mine
just
too.
another reason that you my dog, Christy. Just another reason.
He's a dog shit human.
So it was Senate. All right. I wasn't sure if it was governor or Senate. We're not gonna get political because there's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. No, really. No.
No, not at all.
No. We will stick to sports tonight.
Yes, stick to sport.
Tonight. Doesn't mean we can't have a chalk talk there. It doesn't mean we can't do that because it could be an interesting next couple of weeks. Can't wait for the 4th of July. Is it still the 4th of July or is it the 4th of America? Because we have
Mike,
to put
that was
America.
stupid.
We have to put America on everything.
Stupid.
I mean, that is actually America's
Look.
Day.
Golf
Out
of
of all the
America.
things that we're
Golf
going to get
of
American out on, that is absolutely.
Listen, we are not talking about politics here, all right? If we can't talk about Anthony Edwards or Stephon Diggs, we can't talk
Listen,
about
Anthony, we
politics,
told you you
all right?
could. You said no. That's a you problem.
Because it doesn't fit with the makeup of this pod.
We said
It's the sports pod. You know?
Anthony.
What was that? Nick?
Let's.
We've all told you you could go and get messy with your gossip. You have told us no.
Listen, guys, you have no idea how close we were to having wall-to-wall coverage of this Megan Thee Stallion Tory Lanez trial. Nightly updates on this Megan Thee Stallion Tory Lanez. He was about to have Anthony reporting live with all the updates that you come to expect from us here at Speak On It. Let me tell you, the chat is an interesting place. It's an interesting world.
It definitely is.
Did y'all hear that new clip song?
What
Yeah.
clip song?
You haven't heard the new clip song?
So be it.
So
Oh.
be it.
Yes, I've heard it. Yes, I've heard it.
Pharrell's in his bag. Bag. I know there's a certain Travis Scott fan in here who hasn't mentioned a word about it.
Yeah, I know. Interesting.
He not only did he cook something fierce for Travis Scott, but he then went and just started doing interviews about why. And I'm just like, this is why I fuck with Pusha T so hard. So hard. Because he says that he said, hey, I hate you. This is why I hate you. And now I'm gonna make songs about why I hate you.
And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look in the camera. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
And he has so much cachet in the fashion world that Vogue is going to interview him.
So
Even
yeah.
without the Travis diss, that song is fucking fire.
Yeah.
Malice's verse is fucking so
no
good.
Malice is
So,
Dallas versus.
so fucking good. Oh, so good. I can't wait for this.
I don't know if it's the song of the summer, but it's
a
on
good
rotation.
song.
It's on rotation.
It's a good fucking song.
yeah.
He said
a long time before we can
stand for anything. He said Travis Scott doesn't stand for anything. Like somebody said on Twitter, they're like, we've been listening to Travis Scott's music for like 10 years now. We still don't know shit about him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fair. That's fair. I know he's Texas. He stole McFoley's gimmick, and he releases music every couple years.
That's it.
Makes good music. I'm not like the biggest fan of his music, but he makes good music.
I don't think he had the album of the year in his last album, like somebody
absolutely
in the
not.
past.
Absolutely not.
It was a good album, though.
It's good.
Great for working out.
Travis.
Anthony, do you
Yeah.
have anything to say?
Utopia is still on repeat for me. That's all I have to say.
Utopia.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Utopia.
Yes, still on repeat for me.
You mind sharing your playlist and algorithm to the chat?
I seem to be the only one in this chat that really loves that album.
Yeah, it's
okay.
an okay album. I didn't think it was anything. I don't think it was a better than Travis's last like 2 albums.
That's tough. That's tough because what's the one with the head?
Astroworld.
Astroworld. So good. It's hard. That's tough.
That's like,
Astroworld was so
Astroworld was good. It was really good.
But to say that it wasn't better than his last few albums with Astroworld being there is tough.
That's just my opinion on it. Oh, it was an okay album, but not as good as Astroworld at all. Did you listen to So Be
I
It,
think it's
Dixie?
No.
You are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar. I swear to God, Anthony, when it comes to the artists that he fucks with heavy, if anybody says a mean thing about it, he's like, God, that song could be great. Fuck that song. Fuck that person. Because I've heard a few things about Anthony. He loves Drake and he loves Travis Scott. Loves Travis Scott.
I just want to point out this is a top tier comment.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
So it's the fact that Pusha T went out and aired out his problems and more than likely has the proof to go and
there's no doubt in my mind he has
and then he's got the people who can validate it. For him to go through and then talk about how he did he showed off Meltdown before Drake put his verse on it and then launched Meltdown with the Pharrell diss on it, and he's like, I will bring beef to everybody who presents it to Pharrell for the rest of eternity. is because I also love Pharrell and I love Pusha T too, so I was like, hell yeah, you fight for Pharrell.
I love that Pharrell's guy that will die for go to war for him.
Because I still think Drake's corny for buying Pharrell's chains and then act like he snatched them. That shit's crazy. You bought him from a charity. You bought him from a charity thing. Stop. So, if you haven't listened to it, Anthony, you should listen to it. It's a really good song.
I will listen to it.
You've already listened to it. You're a liar.
Already listened to it. Already decided I hate this. Why is it so good? I hate it.
That's my
All right.
You guys want to talk about the Tyrese Halliburton injury?
I mean, we know what it is.
You know, when I tore my Achilles, I didn't fall on the floor.
Oh my God.
Dylan was saying this before the show started.
Walked it off.
I mean, we get to know more and more about your injury because every fucking series, a new athlete is just fucking up their Achilles.
And guess what? They fall to the floor.
I mean, I went online and people were really ramping up that discussion about how the NBA should at least shorten either the season or shorten the playoff format, at least make the first 2 rounds a best of 5. You know, they were, because again, other than financial incentives, you could go back to that.
Is for how long at this point?
Huh?
Yeah, but the playoffs used to be a best of 5. At least the first couple rounds with us. We used to be a best of 5.
2002.
Once they signed the deal with ESPN, they changed it to best of 7 home runs.
Yeah.
I don't think it changed anything because the Achilles injury is an injury you cannot predict or plan for. It can happen in warm-ups. It can happen in practice. It can happen in preseason. It can happen in the playoffs. It can happen
in training camp.
It can happen running on the field in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep. And you'll never know. You'll never be able to predict when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. But you can't, like, if we're going to sit there and try to prevent this stuff, then it's going to be a 10-game season.
Like, it sucks that it happened.
But the show must go on.
Like I was telling, my mother was like, "Oh, that's too bad. I guess you have to wait till next season." And I was like, "No, ma. His season's over. Next year is done."
I don't know about y'all, man, but I am afraid of this next wave generation of the NBA. I'm afraid for it.
Why?
Because call me a dinosaur that doesn't like change, but I'm afraid of what the NBA is going to become. Like all the changes that I don't think is going to benefit the game that much.
You don't like the ads all over the court?
With all the players that are leaving, I mean, we got a decent crop of players that are still here and that are emerging, but I don't know. I'm afraid for what tomorrow's NBA is going to be.
I think the NBA is in good hands. I don't think it's
Players,
it'll be different. I think Adam Silver is a little too player friendly. I think he does need to tell them to shut up and play a little bit more.
needs to grow some.
But I think the league is still in pretty good hands. Like I said, it's just be different. Just gonna be a whole lot more three. Whole lot.
Mm.
It's gonna be Anthony Edwards league in a couple of years anyway.
Go ahead, Anthony. Floor is yours. See,
I mean, speaking of that for a second, can we now sit here? Can we now sit here and say that Shai is the face of the league? Can we now give it to him?
No,
I mean, how is he not at this point?
I don't. If you're the face of the league, like I need to see the ratings for the NBA Finals, because if you're the face of the league and you're drawing low ratings in the NBA Finals, then you're also not the face of the league. The face of the
But
league
he's on a small market team.
The face of the league is the face of the league.
Yeah, I think that's unfair, Dylan.
I don't know, man.
That's unfair,
If
man.
you're the face of the league, then you're must watch. LeBron was the face of the league in Cleveland. Is that not a small market team?
Yes.
It can be done. It has been done. But
I also would disagree with you on this point, though, Dylan. If he's just now becoming the face of the league, we can't hold the ratings for this final. Like, let's see. Like, he's ascended to it now. So let's see where it is moving forward before we look and say, you know, this is the telling point for if he's face or not.
I don't.
If he just got there now.
Started, they were already the lay of the land was already placed. Like, oh, nobody wants to see blah 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 blah. That was already put out there, so nobody was already not gonna watch. Once the Knicks lost, and once what is it? Who were they playing in the West Coast?
And Minnesota.
Yeah, and once it, I mean, those are both small markets. But once the Knicks lost, a lot of people were automatically like, I'm not doing it. So it was already an unfair shake for whoever was going to play in the finals, regardless.
Yeah, once the Knicks lost this finals, the ratings for this took a hit.
Yeah, I don't know who. And I'm also of the belief that the NBA doesn't want a foreign-born player as their face of the league. I've been very firm on that. I don't think they want that because the NBA is an American league. They want an American player to be the face of the league. So I don't. That's not being like saying it and like Shea doesn't deserve it. It's just I don't think they're gonna fuck with it.
Two of the biggest likely candidates tore up their Achilles this postseason.
And I still think I would like personally. I would still have Giannis be the face of the league right now.
I think Giannis
Over
is
him.
I mean, LeBron, obviously, LeBron and Steph.
Yeah, but if we're taking
over there, but
yeah,
I think Giannis is,
and that's just because of Giannis's personality.
And play.
Yeah, Giannis, because they're both top three players in the NBA. It's just at that point when you're looking for somebody to be the face to represent you, Giannis has that warm, welcome personality where he's got the big smile and he's making the jokes and da 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 da. Where a lot of these young kids now, like Shea, don't really have much of a personality outside of just like I play basketball and I like fashion.
Fashion is a personality, Dylan. Like
Fashion is not a personality.
His fashion choices, like
it's not a personality thing. Like fashion's cool and all, and like that's great for like the younger demographic and stuff, but the way you dress isn't your personality. It's how you act and how you are like how you represent yourself. I'm not saying he's like it's like I'm not saying it is, but like that shit doesn't matter on the court and what you do that way, like the press conferences and all that stuff. When you're doing shit for the league, that's what matters.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about SJ, as much as like I think that he does a lot of things that people would want him to be as far as like face of the league, but it's still like kind of boring. I don't know if that makes any sense, and I don't think it's fair, but I think that's the truth of it all. I think he's pretty boring, and even though he just goes out there and plays basketball, and he's a dog on the court offensively and stuff like that, and he does stuff on the defensive side, he's still missing something on the court as well, because he's still not vocal as well. So like, if you don't see his emotion like spill onto the court either, so like it's kind of tough, you know.
It's in Duncan effect. It's just
Like,
a lot more of it.
Yeah, like it's not saying Shea's not deserving. He's a great player. It's just when you look at a lot of the younger guys now, the personality is Ant. Like Ant is the one with LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, but LaMelo's personality that he doesn't have. Well, the problem is we've already discussed why Ant can't be the face of the league, because there's such thing as too much personality.
The thing with Ant is they're trying to manufacture one when Ant is so organically, like when he's around and he's on your TV, that is who you're drawn to. And I think the NBA hates that. They don't have control over that.
Yeah, because he's unfiltered. That's why.
Yeah. Like I was watching the Olympic documentary on Netflix the other day when I was cleaning, and Ant literally is arguing with Obama about how he's the truth in that documentary.
Yeah.
You can't teach that.
You can't. You are just drawn to that.
And my problem is that the world is so uncensored and desensitized and unfiltered. They just need to just allow it, honestly. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Superstar was unfiltered. I mean, you got Dennis Rodman, for God's sake. I mean, like
Charles
Barkley. I'm not a role model. Like, just need to just let it be. Honestly, just let it be.
Yeah, but also you got to think about the family aspect. You know, also in regards to like the image and whatnot. You look at someone like SGA or Giannis. Hold on, wait. You look at superstars like SGA and Giannis. They all have families. You know, they all have, you know, they're all married with kids and whatnot. They all have that family image. Anthony Edwards is the farthest thing from a family image.
and the young dudes love it. The young dudes don't care about that shit.
Yeah,
because it's about family image.
There's a reason why they call him Broken Homes Edwards, man. Like he is the farthest thing from a family image, man.
If it was about family image, the face would be Jason Tatum. We've been seeing Jason Tatum's son since he was drafted. Post everywhere. Everywhere you go,
he's a square and he's boring.
So is SGA.
But Jason Tatum's worse. Like, if you think SGA is boring, like
they're both boring.
At least you can look at SGA and be like, oh, he's got nice fashion. That's an extension of his personality. Jason Tatum's just all around boring.
But I think that's why they're not, you know, they're not the thing. You do want something there, and
yeah,
because
like,
if they want their American.
That's why I disagree with Dylan. I don't think the NBA cares too much, foreign-born or not. If you can speak clear English, you have personality, and you're great on the court, I don't think they can. That's why I think Giannis could still be it. And you also have to have a cookie cutter kind of, not cookie cutter, but like, you just got to have, it's just something to it. You gotta be something.
It's it. You don't know what it is unless you have it.
They are
Giannis
lucky.
has it.
They are lucky Anthony Edwards didn't win.
Fragile Canadian, you have faced this for years. I'm weak.
They're literally
Bang.
This is definitely Roz. But at least now y'all
They're
know I'm
literally,
not T severe. All right. Now we know that I am not behind this account. Am I clear now of all charges?
No.
I think it's a shared account.
Yeah, obviously not. I would never say
Trying to
something
throw
like
us off your
this.
scent.
I should be cleared of all charges right now.
You're trying to throw us off your scent.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
They would never think I would say this.
Ant-Man would have to be an Iverson type face of the league.
Come on, El Gato. Come on, El.
I'm back. In that second
And
one.
his car.
That is true.
But I don't think he has much personality at all.
You can't say he has the same. You can't say he's the same personality as boring ass Tatum. Like
I think he does.
you can't.
I think he does. I don't think there's anything like. Again, I don't think Shea has it the way Giannis has it.
The way Steph has it.
The way Steph, Bron, all these guys. Like, I don't think it's even close. Ant's got it. It's just the wrong it.
He's got to win. And he's got to win. That's also a key dynamic in this. He's got to win.
Hmm?
The NBA is lucky that Ant didn't win last year or this year.
When Ant wins, the NBA is going to be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because having him on every billboard and every ad and everything.
He has the sneaker, he has the game, he has the personality.
He has one of the best sneakers, by the way. Not even just he has the sneaker. He has one of the best sneakers. So much so they're making it a cleat.
He has the sponsors. He has Beats. He has Sprite.
His sneaker's turning into an NFL cleat now.
The NBA is just praying that he doesn't do something stupid, especially if he wins. Especially if he wins.
It's kind of a.
You're right. He has everything. It's all there on the table for him. He just has to win and not do something stupid.
I mean, the only thing is he just be messing with the girls.
Not do something stupid, Mike.
I just don't. I don't think he'd be outside.
He said not do something. When you got a new baby mama popping up like every 5 months.
I mean, him being sexually active and doing anything stupid. I mean, I don't think he's outside enough to be out there like getting any type of drug charges, cars, nothing like that.
He's been publicly in the news like damn near all season about his childhood abandonment. Like literally, come on.
Would you rather him be in the news for?
Yeah, hold on, wait. And you know what's bad? That those tabloids were just as loud as his NBA performances. And he's a extremely good basketball player. That's how bad it was.
I'd rather.
And yeah, y'all know me as the online guy who was always on Twitter and all this shit. I kid you not, when I typed in Edwards on Twitter in these online spaces, his performances popped up just as much as the tabloid shit.
I'd
That's
rather
bad.
him deal with what he's dealing with than like drugs or gun charges.
Exactly.
No, definitely. I'm like dumbass in Memphis, but yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
I'd rather like that is like okay, cool. He's got a problem, just keeping it in his pants. Like, fine, cool. I'd rather that be a thing than the hey, we just got Anthony Edwards busted on X amount of drug charges or carrying this many legal weapons and going Delonte West riding his motorcycle with fucking guns in his backpack
Or speeding 120 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not seen anything like that. He's just out here being sexually active and he's getting girls pregnant and stuff like that. He's young.
Young and dumb, got a lot of money. He's gonna get trapped.
I hope he matures.
That's the only thing. If he matures, good.
Right.
He's safe.
Right.
He's a safe pick. He's everything that you want. He'll figure that out later.
Anthony,
It'll
wait.
Them baby mamas are for life. I hate to break it to you, man.
He's doing things.
Motherfuckers act like the advantage once he matures and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Those baby mamas are for life when you do it a different way than he's doing them. Because he's trying to make sure you're out. You're out. Leave me alone.
What do you mean, Trevor? It's over.
Every time he signs that new contract, ooh, they coming out the woodworks.
That's
They are coming out the woodwork.
Maybe
better.
it's not the way he set it up.
Trying to make it work.
By the way, none all that stuff he was trying to do, none of that is confirmed that he's able to do that yet. There's still
If he
that still
does,
can be fought.
That is the smartest shit he could do because
And that's only for one of his kids too.
Hey,
It's not taking into account the other three.
listen, if he could protect that next contract as much as he can, it's a win.
Hit that like, share, subscribe button, that notification button. When we go live, anywhere that you get your podcast, we are there. I suspect I know where this is going to go, but any I'm hims, really only seems like a few logical choices on this Monday morning.
Tyrese Halliburton.
That's not where I thought you were going to go. Okay.
I'm him, Tyrese Halliburton. Sucks he got hurt. Give him his credit. He had a great postseason, good season. Did his thing.
Yeah.
Hate to see him go down like that.
Yeah, upset he beat the Knicks, but I feel like he was definitely feeling vindicated for all of his preseason and middle of the season stuff and trying to shut up all the naysayers. He definitely was doing this thing for sure.
Anthony?
Hold on 1 second.
No, it's cool. It's live.
Oh, who is mine? Go to you go first. I'm just trying to think of it real quick.
Sure. Oddly enough, I'll be the first one to give the I'm him to the finals MVP. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. It's his night, it's his moment, it's his season. Scoring title, regular season MVP, finals MVP. Now he's only the I think I saw the 5th player to do that ever.
Yes, wow.
So shout out to Shea. Great season, hell of a season. Thunder up, man. Thunder up.
Yeah, I will give mine to Sam Presti. You
There
will
we
get
go.
the eye man for putting together this team and still having, what do you say, Mike? What, 11 first rounders or something like that in the next 6 years? Jesus. And to hit on as much draft talent as he's had, that is just truly remarkable.
That is also a very good I'm him.
3 Hall of Famers. 4 MVPs.
Lots of all-stars.
Lots of all-stars.
Serge Ibaka got all-stars.
Sabonis.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
J-Dub, another all-NBA player.
Presti is that guy.
Him.
This is also true because we don't believe you.
I'm him, Anthony. I'm him, Anthony.
I mean, by now I should be cleared of these accusations by now. with half the stuff that this person has said. There's no way I can still think I'm running this account.
I don't know, but he's right here with us. You absolutely are lying. You heard so be it. You're lying.
At least y'all know it's
I
not
have
me.
not. Yes, you have.
I mean, they already are a super team.
I'm telling you, this is the origin story right here. This is the origin story.
Yeah, until somebody decides they're bigger and wants a max, they can't get it.
But again, you have 11 first rounders.
That's what
They can replace those players with all those first round picks they got.
As Dylan likes to say, those middle schoolers. There's someone in middle school right now that the Thunder are going to take in the first round. It's going to change their life.
Or they're going to be trading a fucking 10-year-old soon to replace Chet and or J-Dub.
They're going to be hard pressed to replace Chet. I think it'll be J-Dub.
I think J-Dub's going to be the one that has to go.
They can't
You can't get rid of somebody who's 7'2", could shoot, protect the rim. Like that position.
Yeah, but it's also hard to get rid of J-Dub though. Like he's that second scorer.
It's easier to get rid of a J-Dub than try to find another unicorn.
J-Dub is going to be the hardest injured all over.
Yeah, it's you have to replace a unicorn. What's easier to do? Replace a 6'5" guard who could play both ways, or replace the unicorn?
Yeah, but you also want to see can Chet stay healthy too as well.
That's why you have these next couple of years. And you also have to see if J-Dub can replicate this type of season too. Not saying he can't, but
before they trade him to the Rockets, because that seems to be where all
the Sam Presti's players end up going.
To the Rockets. So, well, it has been fun. As you can see by James's stoic attitude, we are going to be switching things up next season. This will be the last episode of the Speak On It podcast. This won't be the last post-game live because sports just does that. So everything will still kind of continue. We'll still have the speakies, but we will be under a new banner. As you can see, James is wearing the shirt. I've got the shirt. Pulse Podcast is the new frontier. It's a new season, new name, new graphics, new intro song. Everything will be updated. You see the logo there next to Dylan. Everything is changing. This has been a fun ride under the Speak On It banner. But we gotta evolve, man. We can
Oh, my Vanna White shit.
Yeah.
Dylan, where's your shirt, man?
Anthony, you just changed.
Yo, that was the craziest glitch. I don't know if you guys
I
saw
knew
it.
Anthony was doing the second.
What?
Mike pulled his shirt up like this. Anthony goes,
Yeah.
I knew exactly what Anthony was doing.
So don't be alarmed when you see the socials change. All of that will be updating soon. When you see us again, I don't know when you'll see us again. I have a feeling that the NBA is going to make us do a live episode.
It might be drafting, man.
I feel like the NBA has already had a couple shots, and they're going to force us to hop on here. Our summer break is going to be like a week. And then we'll be right back here to break everything down, which is good. Upcoming things, I don't know how it's going to play out yet because I may have a fight party, but Soy fight night, Canelo Crawford, that's got to be
With
a
Max
thing.
Kellerman on the call.
It's got to be a thing.
Yes.
That's a thing. So that's going to be a big night, fun night. Like I said, we might be back for the NBA draft. We'll have some chalk talks this summer. And then we'll be back to preview football. Football starts in like 6 weeks. So, I mean, we won't be gone too long. The NBA Finals took 3 months to happen. So there's no real vacation there. But this is definitely the yes, you'll get it. Pulsing doesn't have the same
Speaky's got to stay the same though.
Speakies will stay. The Speakies will absolutely stay.
You're still relatively new here. That's the end of the year award show.
Having the Speakies on the Pulse podcast will still be a thing. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get one because I don't know if you know.
Oh God! Here we go.
I picked the Thunder to win the championship.
Mike is what you would call
back
a
in
pick me.
September.
Mike,
Back in September. But hey, Dylan picked the Celtics last year and didn't get shit. So, the president has
Dylan also
been
beg. He just begged.
Dylan also was correctly. He should have correctly got it last year. I voted for it.
Again, we need to change how we do the voting.
And we will.
I've presented my
I don't like it.
Now
And I don't like
that Mike has a chance, he's going to change it now this year.
I should have won one for like 3 years. But again,
Mike, the more things change, the more things stay the same. You're never winning shit.
Exactly. No.
It's because you want it so bad.
I was hoping that the Pacers wanted it so I could laugh. It's got them feet, but they didn't.
But no.
James, we have full control to make sure Mike doesn't win.
No.
Yeah. Yep, get it in the podcast, Mike. Well, he must be right that.
He got money.
I know.
He got money.
This is Ross. This has to be Ross. We already established Ross with 200K a year. We already established Ross with 200K. I mean, we already have the footage of him in helicopters over Mexico. Like, we already know what it is, man. We already know. Ross is out here meeting celebrities, meeting Charles Barkley, McBride and get-togethers. Like, I mean, Ross is clearly making 200K a year. Ross might be at the fight, but none of us.
I might be in a suite at the fight.
Come down in the fur coat like Frank Lucas. Come down in the fur like Frank Lucas. Oh, Ross money. Ross being Cali too.
He got money. He got money.
I need passwords to this account, guys.
So we will just know we will be back. We'll probably only be gone for like a week or two. And we'll be back under a new banner. Same energy, same fun. Anthony will still be hitting the slopes.
I'll be inside. Don't listen to what Mike is saying.
I do have a I'm sorry, I didn't even pick my IMAP. I just piggybacked off of Dylan. Sorry. I'm delayed.
Wait, I missed your. Oh, you haven't. I'm him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was delayed. I piggybacked off of Dylan. I do have an IMAP.
Okay.
My IMAP is Anthony for being Dylan in a 1-1.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely forgot. Let's
Stupid.
Take your victory lap, Anthony.
bring applause because I is absolutely this man for taking it to the courts. Taking the challenge and beating Dylan not once but twice. Not once but twice.
Take your victory lap, Anthony.
That's stupid.
Take your victory lap.
Anthony.
Look,
There's no victory lap say that.
Look at the humble. Look at the humble. The humble face. Because the talk that was going on in the chat was crazy. Spicy.
Dylan wants to say on you right now.
Huh?
Yeah, just hopefully weather conditions won't be so trash next time. But nah, definitely got to get out there. And we should do a free throw shooting competition too. I think we should do that as well.
That will be right.
That's how you can join us, Mike. That's how you can get involved. Yeah. People trying to have you play when you're injured and shit. That's wild, man.
Anthony is much better than I thought he would have been. I also think I was much better than Anthony thought I was. That's one thing for sure. Because Anthony hasn't said anything about it at all. He's been very quiet.
Very quiet. I've been talking shit.
Yeah, I would like to know Anthony's assessment.
Not one word about how the game.
Huh?
Not one word from Anthony on how the game went.
Yeah, I would like to know what his thoughts were.
So
I mean, at the end of it, what was that?
I was going to ask you. So, were you hitting jumpers? Were you tween?
No. So here's what happened, right? I would say I mainly benefited off two things. Dylan being a little on the cold side in terms of shooting, and then also these put-ins. Like the put-ins, that's what killed you the most of them.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I should have said that earlier because I was up 5-0. Like I hit, didn't miss, got 5-0.
Yeah.
And then the first shot I missed, Anthony just goes and puts it back. I was like, oh. Okay, that's okay. And then he did it again. And again, and he ended up. Next thing I know, it was 8-6, and I'm just like, he's not stopping. Still doing it. And then the sun killed me, and then I was like, okay, I can't do anything else. I stopped dribbling. Like when we first started, I hit Anthony with a step back from mid range, just straight, just cash, and then I just never did that again. Just never did that again.
And I'd probably say the other thing that helped me out was probably like the shots. Some of the shots, a few of the shots started falling.
Yeah,
like I went like the second game mainly. That's when it was like, okay, all right.
I took two shots the second game, and then Anthony just made all his shots. I was like, okay, it's over. But then we got to the 3-point contest, and Anthony didn't make one until the last like 2 spots.
That was rough. I made like 3 out of 2.
3 for
25.
And then I just hit 4 in a row. I'm like, well, that's it. Like, well, that's it.
But you know what? I feel like I'm more confident in a free throw competition.
I don't think I'd lose a free throw contest.
I don't know, Dylan. Mike's pretty good.
I've never seen Mike shoot a free throw. Have you seen Mike shoot a free throw for you to be saying that?
I'm going off word of mouth.
I'll be the only one now.
James, have you seen Mike shoot free throws?
20 years ago.
Okay. Still there, bro. Still there. What you saw 20 years ago, still there.
When's the last time you shot a free throw, Mike?
5 years.
20 years ago.
5 years.
So before my daughter was born.
Yes.
20 years ago.
Well, on a court, it's been like 5 years. I've shot at like the David Buster.
Ah.
Those things don't count though.
This man said, David, hell no, that don't count.
I wouldn't count, but like, I just want to make it clear that like, no, I haven't like not shot a ball in 5 years. No, I've absolutely
20 years.
I think I've actually beaten James in like one of those little ones since then.
That was 13 years ago.
James, to my knowledge, has beaten me like one time in one of those free throw machines. Never else. Don't lose. Don't lose.
Shit.
Nothing.
You might have to make a trip to CT.
Nothing he can say about it because he knows.
You might have to make a CT trip, Jay.
That was also 8 years ago. We're talking about real basketball.
Can't wait to get it. Can't wait. Cannot wait. You can set that up whenever you want. Anthony, still diabolical when you get in that shirt, Randy.
What?
It's still diabolical when you get in that shirt. But it's fine. It looks good.
I mean, I really want to see Dylan's shirt. I mean, we all took the time out here to make sure we had our shirts ready.
Bro, I'm sweating. What are we doing? I'm sweating. I'm not doing it.
We don't know the color of your shirt. We don't know like
it's blue. It's a navy blue shirt. I also didn't do it because you told me to do it.
that's very fair.
It's also very juvenile.
And you know what else is juvenile? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Got you again.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
It's fuchsia.
It's fuchsia, not blue. It's fuchsia.
It's fuchsia.
The exquisite
And
eyebrow
it brings up
that the earth flew in.
The earthy woman. The woman of the earth. She enjoyed him.
Still does.
That's ridiculous, man.
She loved your boy.
all right, that's
All right.
2:30.
Anthony would have been melting.
We getting on out of here.
Yeah, let's get out.
Dylan, Breezy, Anthony, and Mike. We will see you again. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder, 2025 champions, and we will see you when we see you.